Hello, good day. My name is Paula. Welcome back to my channel, Beautiful Attitudes. Today we're gonna talk about what we believe. Um, all of us in our past, we was grown with ideas from people around us, with beliefs from others, because we are brought into this life as babies, kids, and there's always people who have to train us and tell us things and help us to grow to be who we are now. It can be your parents, it can be your neighbors, it can be your teachers, it can be your family, it can be so much people that all these people together really have influence on the way you see life. And sometimes you see that when people grow up, if they grow up in a rich environment, they have another idea about life, about themselves. They grow up in a rich environment, maybe reading a lot of books. The parents bring them in places with other rich people. They hear conversations from higher level. They have a different look of life. They observe life from a different view. And all these kind of things. So like this, they grow to be a certain kind of person with a certain kind of personality. When it comes to the poor people, they have other values. For example, they can be happy also, but they can say, for example, in a poor family, there's a lot of love. And only the idea, even though the poor family is not bad, just the idea that they think a lot of love belongs to poor families, they will try to keep this keep this going in their own life. Or sometimes they have the poor families say we have to live to pay the rent, we have to live to just survive. With this idea, they hear this day in, day out. When they grow up, the same ideas is in their head. So for them, it's very difficult to create a new way of thinking, to live a certain life that would bring them on a higher level than their parents did. So to do this, they have to read a lot of books, educate themselves, and surround themselves with people that think different than their old environment. This doesn't only go to richness and poorness, it also goes to personalities. Sometimes people say things in your life on the way, and these things stick in your head. And it can be good things or bad things. They can be, sometimes you have this parents that is, they could be very mean, and they can tell you things that make you feel unworthy. Or they can tell you things that make you have another idea about yourself. Or, they can say, maybe one time you might act very like as a very depressed person at 1 minute, and they say you're a depressed person, and they give you idea you're depressed for always. Maybe it's just a moment in time that you was like that, or you were going through a certain experience that you couldn't show something else than that. So those things, when people say those words, especially people who mean a lot to you, it keeps in your mind. For example, this woman, she told me when she was very young, her mother said she cannot get kids. But when she was, she forget this for years ago. But when she finally was ready to get kids, and it didn't work out right away, she started panicking. Normally, a normal woman that knows she could get kids or don't know she could get kids, just be patient, because it could be in 1 month, but it could be in 2 years. But this girl, she was trying for like 6 months, and it didn't work out yet, and for her that was a little too long. So she started to remember the words her mother said she cannot get kids. So what happened? She started panicking, and this became a sort of like obsession, or what, I can't get kids, and she was too much stressed out. So what she did, she go to the doctor and tell him that story that her mother said to her, and the doctor check her, says nothing wrong with you. From that day on, because she believed, the doctor said you are good enough, you can get kid anytime. From that way, she went home with that idea from the doctor, the new record that she started believing for herself. And like this, she quickly get a child. So you see, our mind can do a lot with us. The way we think about things, the beliefs we have about ourselves, or about who we are, or what we're going to become, or what we are going to become, it depends on what we learned about ourselves. And to change this, because we all have the possibility to change the story that someone write for us, or we wrote for ourselves in the past. Something that always used to happen, do not have to keep on happening in the future. For example, Sometimes you have people, they ask, they have an experiment. There's a poor person. They put on a chair and say to this person, I'm gonna let your life, and they say what they think is gonna be happening to their life. They say, oh, you're gonna have a nice little family, and it's gonna be a little love in the family, and you're gonna have 3 kids, and you're gonna be very, very, you're gonna be okay, and you're gonna live a peaceful, nice life. And so, I feel comfortable with that. And they say another story to the person. Your life is gonna be expanded. You're gonna have a lot of money to do whatever you want, go anywhere you want. You're gonna have 4 beautiful kids. You're gonna have a big, beautiful like castle of a house, and you're gonna have boats, and you're gonna go to the most expensive hotels and countries in the world. You're gonna live the best life ever with the dream man, the man of your dreams. The person sat down, and somehow they didn't believe that other story was just too good to be true. So they kept on to that safe story that sounds more like something they can realize that could happen to them. So they keep on to the good story. You see, your life is everything you do is a choice. What you believe about yourself is a choice. Sometimes not everything happens. You never know what can happen, but it's just your belief that makes you do a certain action, make you go forward to a certain goals, make you dare to make a certain decisions or make a certain thing. Sometimes people has the story they have for themselves is just, I'm okay. I don't need no one. I don't need nothing. I don't need to do more than just need to have a house with a TV and something to eat and a few friends, and that's it. And they're happy with that, and that's what they get. So what you believe you can get, that's what you get. Sometimes you believe more, you don't always get all the way, but then there's a possibility that if you really want it, you can get it. It depends on you. It's your story. Don't let no one make a story for you that's not meant for you. I hope this video inspired you, and I hope you have a very, very, very wonderful day. Goodbye.